or at least you don't lose as much as you may lose if you go to court. When you go to court, any lawyer will tell you, and any judge will tell you, there's no certainty of outcome. It depends on how the jury hears the case, or how the judge hears the case, where the jury's sympathies are, or where the judge's sympathies are, or whether the judge applies the law properly or wrongly to the facts as found by the jury. There are a lot of, and it's a lot of time, a lot of stress, and a lot of expense. Mediation is the way to go if you can get there. It's very difficult. I do some pretty complex mediations involving multiple parties from time to time, and I do a lot of follow-up. Some of them aren't resolved until weeks, and in one case even months after the formal mediation. And mediation, by that I don't mean it's a formal process. Mediation is a very informal process, totally flexible. There are no rules. In Texas, any mediation agreement is subject to enforcement by the court. It will be enforced by the court as basically it's a contract, and the court will enforce it. The great thing is also there that anything happens in a mediation, if it fails, is totally confidential. Neither party can divulge what occurred in mediation, what was said in mediation. The judge cannot ask what occurred in mediation, and the mediator cannot be subpoenaed to testify or produce any documents. So it's a very informal process, and it works very well. It does take time. It does take a lot of sensitivity, crawling into the other person's shoes and into their skull and trying to see where they're coming from and bring people together who don't want to be brought together in most cases. Sometimes it works real quickly and easily, and other times it's very difficult. But it is a magnificent process, and it's a tremendous alternative to litigation.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. When I first became a district judge, I got a letter from the Administrative Office of the Federal Courts advising me that I had the oldest docket in the United States, and what was I going to do about it? I wrote them back and I said, I've only been here 2 weeks, give me a little time. And what I did basically was I set up my own docket. I knew which lawyers were likely to try cases and which ones never did. They were first on the list for trial, and in 2 years, I had winnowed it down to about 2 years. Mediation is an excellent idea. We call it in the federal system, we have settlement judges who do this work. We have our own in the Court of Appeals. We have a retired state court judge who acts as a settlement judge. We never know about it, but all the civil cases go through him, and many of them get settled before they come to us. It's good practice.
What a nice question. Segue to the end of our program. Thank you, Courtney. And that is, and I want to actually begin to say a big thank you. And we do want to thank Ann Brown, Doug Cabral, Judge Norman Stahl, Judge Robert Bob Gamage, and Joseph Joe Solito, and also Susan Silk for the time, research, and sharing your all's knowledge and your skill with us this evening, and that to the program. And on behalf of the Martha's Vineyard Mediation Program, we hope that you have learned more and have broadened your knowledge about our judicial system in our country. That was our intent of our program this evening. The program has been taped, and it will be viewed soon, or can be viewed soon, on MVTV. And we will also be making it available to our social studies and civics classes here on the island to use in the classroom. And for those who might have joined us after we commenced, I want to thank again and recognize again Thomas Teller, who was one of our co-founders 25 years ago with the Honorable Herbert Tucker. And also Marcia Sini, who has just been tireless at times with her advocacy on behalf of the program. We would like to extend a thank you to Andrew Carr with MVTV, Chris Scott and Janet Heath and the staff of the Martha's Vineyard Preservation Trust and the use of this lovely facility, and also to the law offices of Tomasian and Tomasian. And now we'd like, if you would take a few more minutes and stay with us and join us for a few refreshments downstairs. And you'll have an opportunity to interact with our panelists if you would like. But again, join us downstairs for a light refreshment. With that, thank you very much on behalf of the Martha's Vineyard Center Dispute Resolution.